Hey, my name is Ryan Olson. This is my website on Jamaica. On it, you'll find some pages, give you a little bit of information about how they're doing with the Millennium Developmental Goals and their progress in that. You'll also find information on their globalization and the effects it's had on the country. You'll also find a page on a concept map, which shows a little bit of my thought process and how I've come to realize certain things about Jamaica and also the developing world in general. And on this page, you'll find information on what I think could be best beneficial towards Jamaica. Um, right now, it's pretty well known that in the Caribbean and also in Central America, that crime is a huge problem and it's mostly linked to drug trade. Um, and Jamaica just happens to be a perfect pit stop for drugs to enter um, to the United States. So it's a huge problem. Jamaica depends a lot on tourism, and past few years, the crime has detoured tourists from stopping in Jamaica, kind of living out of fear and things like that. So I try to think of what could help solve those problems. And one morning, three little birds on my doorstep told me the idea. And I don't know how it is where you come from, but for my hometown and for my where I've grown up, um, everyone that's involved in crime-related issues usually dropped out of school, and that just seems to be the problem. There's been research done in relationships between people with low incomes are more likely to commit crimes, and there's a relationship between people that had a little education are more likely to commit a crime. And so, if crime is the problem, I think the root of the problem is lack of education. And as you see on the the Millennium Development page, education has been the top priority in those goals. Um, and Jamaica over the years has improved in enrollment, but I think right now it still struggles in retention and getting kids to stay in school. And lots drop out. As you see, there's a quote saying that 60% of Jamaican school children drop out early, and only half of those that do stay end up even being literate. So there's still a lot of improvements to be made, and um, I think helping the infrastructure of the education system in Jamaica will not only increase or better the education for those children, but because of that, there will be less crime. And I think what's most important is I think once someone in the family has that education, they want that for their children. And so you'll see a tradition of learning inside a family, and it'll just continue to pass on from generation to generation. So that's what's on this page, and there's a link to learn how to help in donating to the education charity funds for Jamaica.